back in like a year ago when it was played a couple of times.
We're going to be seeing as this game now finally does kick off. Game 1 of the Wolf Warriors versus the Covenant. Both sides smoking up onto the map. So we shall see how they respond, if they find anybody, if we get an early kill.
Yeah, I'm looking at the items, and honestly, the items aren't giving much away to me. Because Magnus bought out completely, I guess he's gonna be mid. Yeah, whatever. He's got a magic stick into Storm. Undying leading the charge.
Venge is mid. She's queued the bottle.
Oh, so Venge mid. Okay, I was wrong.
So I was about to say, her and the DDX pretty much have the exact same items in the inventory right now. The only difference is that he went in with the additional branches.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have. Venge doesn't have gold for more, right? She's got 40 gold. Yeah. If not for the fairy, she could. But okay, Venge mid. Always willing to see something that I haven't in a while. Always nice to see that. We'll see how well she does against Storm. I mean, you have a lot of nuke damage from Magic Missile, from Wave of Terror. Like you can actually match up versus a lot of mid lane heroes. Keep in mind that Venge is universal as well, so...
Oh yeah, that's true. Every time I cast with you, right, most of the games, if I'm going to see something weird, especially like strange mid lane matchups, it almost always happens when I'm casting with you. I don't know why. I think you're the curse here, bro.
I mean, I think the region that we are casting is the curse.
No, because even when we did, remember when we did Eastern Europe, and then we had back-to-back games, one game mid-Phoenix, the next game like mid-Bounty or whatever?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. That's actually very cool games, I have to say. But it was. I even remember the team. They tried Phoenix mid. It didn't work out, unfortunately for them. And then I also saw Phoenix mid from Nouns before they disbanded. Played by Copy a couple of series after.
My man Lizard, he is the one that brings us the new tech. And right now, the tech looks okay in the mid lane. They are just trading with each other. I don't think we'll see too much action here. It's all going to be just how good is M7 at the laning mechanics. But like you mentioned, it's got damage, has some decent spells, should be fine overall.
I just love, by the way, you have an Alchemist on safe lane, on Radiant, and then you click on the Lycan, he ray it. This man doesn't give a hoot that you have an Alchemist on the safe lane. This man is queuing up Midas.
Oh, yeah, baby. We're going to have a good day today.
Yeah, so bot lane being pushed in. Alchemist kind of missing a lot of last hits, honestly, ending up with 4 out of the first 2 waves. So 1 full wave more or less missed. And the lane is super pushing into DDX, so he should be fine farming under that tower, as Magnus tends to be very fine farming there.
We will see that maybe they go on aggressively onto this Lion down bottom. I think they're about to find the first blood. Captain Stalker will end up dead. Kong and Windtouch surround him. They bring him down. They didn't even have an observer watch here. They just managed to read his movements. Very well done by them.
Absolutely. He tried to body block or maybe put the sentry on the small camp, but he took way too much time. He ate the tango, moved back. Very unfortunate movements for Mr. Captain Stalker, but I'm sure that he's gonna make it all up to us in the upcoming minutes of the game.
So that, of course, gives some gold over to the Alchemist to help him out in the CS department, so he doesn't need that as much. In top lane, how are they doing that side? Lycan, like you mentioned, who's going to be building this Midas. Man, he is chilling in this lane. Has more CS than the Drow Ranger so far. They have not been able to zone him out of this lane. He is having an amazing time to start the game for Hirith.
Yeah, which isn't something that should be happening. I feel like Undying plus Drow they should be a bit stronger here. At least, look, Undying on his own should be able to zone these 2 heroes out. That's all I'm saying. Like Rubik and Lycan into an Undying. Unfortunately, of course, for his the Z function of X, maybe something was not going according to plan here.
Also, I love how you call him Z function of X. We should have more of those kind of players, you know? Every single time if there's someone even remotely connected to a math term, that's their new name now.
Well, it is. It definitely is, I would say, right? Like this guy.
Yup. Down bottom, Captain Stalker falling low, will end up dead again. The Oracle throwing in the damage with the Purifying Flames. You know what you always forget, right? Because you don't see Oracle that much, we always forget just how much obscene damage is level 2 Purifying Flames.
Especially into a Lion that's got like 500 HP coming into the lane.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Undying.
Undying, not only does he not put the pressure out, he actually dies. They take away the tombstone as well. All of a sudden, Drow needs to run. Copycat has Fade Bolt in 2 seconds. Has the mana for it. Drow, be careful, fam. Already has committed the wand. She realizes she can't stay safe, so has to back up. And yet again, Lycan, the big winner of this entire exchange.
Yeah, this top lane is a disaster for them. Looking at these heroes, everyone besides Magnus is absolute meat for the Lycans, so him having this good of a time is definitely concerning. Mid lane as well, Storm is doing fine, like he's being zoned out a bit, but his CS is all good. He's bought himself a nice play. He bought himself a raindrop, you know, just for all the magic missile spam. It's a lot of damage from the magic missile, so having that raindrop helps.
What do you think? I think, remember when mid lane used to be super stompy in one or the other direction? I feel like this raindrop item is one of the big reasons why we don't see these uber dominant mid lane matchups anymore. Or as much as we used to.
Well, there's a lot of reasons. Raindrop is just a part, but there's also maybe a bit of a bigger reason with runes being there every minute almost.
I mean, runes make more sense, more rotations, whatever. I'm trying to go with the simple narrative here, bro.
Yeah. You don't think the simple narrative is having water runes for both players almost every single game and then a bounty rune to refill your bottle like 15 times? Bot lane, Wukong,
Captain Stalker, he's dead.
Oh my god, this is
Feels
too
bad.
easy.
Too much damage. That was, well, he used to be full HP on the Lion there, but just 2 spells coming out of the Oracle, 1 from the Alchemist, and he dies 100-0.
Yep. Copycat, who's playing the Rubik, he notified us during the lobby phase that Captain Stalker has only 23 games on this account.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Copycat will fall in the river, it seems like. Most likely.
Yeah. I don't think he survives this one. Copycat, Rubik is still alive, actually. He's juking. They get behind the Vengeful Spirit. M7 can't catch him. M7 does manage to get away, though. They are fighting near a tombstone. Function Z have been here. They do get the swap back onto Zed. Zed also just gets the zip. The level 6 is coming in clutch for both mid laners. Not going to be any deaths by some miracle in this fracas. The death, though, will, of course, happen to the poor Lion, who dies on the other side of the map. And the Magnus might be in danger, too, but Oracle doesn't have as much mana, so he should be fine.
Look at Sneaky Undying, by the way. The function of X is about to snatch a Wisdom rune, but so is Oracle, it seems like. Oracle, will he be there on time? The stun! Yeah, he's there on time. He might kill Venge, by the way.
Yeah, let's see. Do they have the damage to maybe kill him first? Wind Touch gets out the Fortune's End, and Purifying Flames is there. He's going to look for the deny. He's not going to get it. M7 instead gets to destroy the killing spree and get the free gold. But the fighting's not over, fam. Top lane, Zed goes in onto Drow Ranger. They should be able to kill her. Nice zip past the Gust. Now all of a sudden, our function is going to be a function of death because Z is going to get caught in, brought down. Big rotation from the Storm to the top lane.
The function of death. That's my next black metal band I'm going to make. Very nicely done by Zed. Very nicely done by Copycat. These two players, when they're together, nothing can stop them. A very nice rotation overall. Nice little kill on the enemy carry. Minute 8 rune as well is spawning, so we gotta prepare for that. And Undying it.
Yep. Function of death. He's back. He's gonna get brought down. Oh my god! Level 3 Fade Bolts, level 3 Purifying Flames. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage, man.
And the region, look at top. Alchemist is rotating again.
Yep.
Drow.
He sees the Drow. They're gonna find the stun onto her. Shapeshift also triggered out by Hirith. Unfortunately for this Drow, she does not have an escape tool here.
Where's the swap?
She's going to try her best. M7 going to be there with the defensive swap. Unfortunately, reinforcements have now arrived. Drow Ranger being targeted. Drow Ranger being killed. Nothing she can do. And all of a sudden, M7 realizing I should have stayed at home as he's get brought down. 2 kills, a tier 1 tower to fall. And the Covenant made a promise to each other to play fast with this draft, and goddamn are they doing so.
Yep. Magnus cancels his TP because he wants to continue farming, wants no part of that bottom. Wants no part of that top fight, I should say, but Storm is bringing the fight to him.
Yeah, I might not have a choice in the matter. They're coming in. DDX held in place by the Fortune Zen. Zed is here, running out of mana on the Storm Spirit, but they have great vision. He at least gets the bounty rune at something at the very least, but still will end up taking a tumble. Storm is now chilling with 9 galvanized stacks, bro.
Yeah, he's 204 Storm Zet. He's been himself this whole game, and his other self, he's been doing really well. On the other side, unfortunately, Wolf Warriors, I do believe that after watching at least the initial 9 minutes of the game, we might be in for a shorter series than we expected, because kind of everything is working for Radiant, and it makes me feel that there is a slight MMR difference between these 2 stacks. You know, on one side, you have Storm Spirit just zipping through everyone, making plays. On the other, the reason why I'm saying this is because mostly the fight that happened around mid, where they didn't manage to kill this Rubik, that Rubik was a free kill 100%. Like, they basically they didn't use all their spells, and there is no reason not to use them because you get the kill if you use them, right? It's if you don't, it's also kind of obvious that you won't get the kill. So, yeah, those kind of plays make me think that I'm in a Jenkins video. But in any case, both of these teams are putting up a show, and I'm loving it.
Look, it's not all downside, right, for them. The Magnus, yes, he did find himself dying now. Yes, he lost his lane partner several times. But he himself only died once. Not that far in net worth relative to the Lycan and the Storm Spirit. Obviously, Alchemist is going to be ahead of him. So, and we've seen many times that Magnus can be that hero to claw you back from the brink of disaster, turn things around for you, create those opportunities where the Drow can actually hit heroes with the multi-shot. And the thing is, this game, it's kind of scary if you go later and later, right? You get this Venge aura plus Empower onto this Drow. A good multi-shot could get through multiple heroes. It's difficult to get there because the enemy team does have, you know, a Lycan, so they can push the map, but Wolf Warriors do have some play available for them in the next upcoming minutes.
Yeah, we just need Magnus to crawl himself back into the game first, and then we can talk about everything else, because we have seen a lot of issues with internet, with electricity, and unfortunately a game or two where 4v5 was necessary, as the player didn't manage to get back in. Hopefully that will not be the case this time around.
That would be really depressing if you have to bring in a sub and then you also need another sub at the same time. My goodness.
Now, I'm not sure how many subs you can have. Probably 2, right? 1 or 2 max.
1 or 2 max. Yeah, it might even just be 1. Then you're going to be forced to play 4v5.
Yeah, I mean, if he DCs this game, you're playing 4v5 no matter what. And if you can't provide 5 players for the next game, then the game is forfeit. You're DQ'd. Unfortunately, 90% of tournaments work that way. Yeah, so let's see what happens. Hopefully he comes back soon enough.
By the way, did you see when this Lycan picked up his Hand of Midas? Like what time he picked it up?
A long time ago, before they killed the Drow when they dove her with Alchemist. So before the tower was taken, it was a fairly early Midas.
Okay, I want to try and track this relative to other item timings, because yet again, whenever you and I cast together, somebody always does something crazy with itemization. Either like a fastest ever all time, a new item build like we saw yesterday from Sumail. It's always interesting.
Yep. Well, the Midas pickup from the Lycan isn't the craziest item. Like players do tend to go for it, but usually if you're having a bad game, that I'm seeing this, so you have some sort of recovery. If you're having a good game and you buy an Orchid, you're just a menace on the map and you're starting to just destroy everyone. But with the Midas as well, you can go for the next item. If you get it fast enough, like you can go for the next item, maybe even faster, and everything becomes like you become a hard carry at some point. You don't even need a position 1.
He's building into a Harpoon heads up before going for the Orchid, so trying to leverage his overfarmed nature right now.
Maybe
how's Alk doing?
Alk working towards Alchemist. Alk working towards Alchemist, towards Radiance. Like he's getting there, but I like this. I would still like the Orchid on Lycan, but he doesn't have to. Like you can get some armor item after Harpoon. You can go AC, you know, AC, BKB, whatever. I think that's also completely fine. You're not playing versus any big spirits or anything like that, but still, like Bloodthorn and Wolves hitting you is never fun.
Yeah,
Just
I can actually imagine at some stage they have Shiva's God on the Storm Spirit plus the AC on Lycan or an Alchemist, and then all of a sudden, Wolf Warriors will find that all of their physical damage is going to be drastically reduced. Oh no! Oh no! It's true! Oh, that is the most painful thing I've ever seen in my life. They literally brought a guy into sub, and then now somebody else's power has just gone out. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. In the lobby, they were talking about how there's a possibility that MMD's electricity might come back, so he might be able to join the next game. So maybe they'll try to go through all the pause time for this game, giving him as much time to recover as possible. Because
so
if that
he
doesn't
can play
happen,
the next one. Yeah,
exactly.
hopefully.
I don't think. Hey, you see, I've many tournaments here in South Africa. This exact situation has happened where a team can't continue playing anymore because of a loss of electricity.
Yeah,
It's really.
I
tough
was
to
just
deal
about to ask because I know it's an issue as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I had similar issues back in the day in the Balkans, but mostly it was like it was about the internet connection, not the electricity.
Game is hard. I know exactly how this feels. And you feel very powerless in this situation because, you know, when it's internet, you can still consider some plan. Well, maybe I have some backup router. Maybe I have some mobile data I can play with. If it's electricity, nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's true. Electricity is rough. It's one thing you need to be an electronical sports player. You need that electricity.
You blew it.
Well, this is actually a time what they definitely need to do when we go on a break. They need to play electricity.
Yeah, maybe that will give them the power. Get back in. I'm trying to recall. Like my worst DC ever was like a DDoS that took out the whole boot camp. I mean, we were all on one internet connection, playing on one internet connection anyway. So they just aimed one of us and the whole team DC'd. And we lost that qualifier. I can't remember. It wasn't even a qualifier. It was actually a tournament. So even worse. I think like Dota Pit or eSportal or something back in the day. So back when DDoS was still a thing. Luckily the Skype papers are out and everyone sorted that out.
That was a weird era, honestly, of esports. When you literally had to be concerned about DDoS. That was so bizarre, man.
It was still kind of the Wild West. It still sort of is, but we're slowly improving in many aspects. Yeah. I just realized that this Rubik's name is Copycat and he's playing Rubik. That's...
He's like an imitator in China who also spams Rubik.
Yeah, exactly.
The question is, did they start playing the hero first and then adopt a nickname? Or is this like nominative determinism where they got the nickname first and were sort of forced into playing Rubik?
Yeah, like some It just forced him, you know, this nickname Copycat. It just forced him into adopting Rubik, and Morphling. That's his second most played hero.
Yes. Only heroes he plays, Rubik, Morphling, nothing else.
Well, he can play Doom as well. Right.
Does it? I mean, it is still imitating creeps. It's still, yeah, it's an imitation of something, right?
It still takes a spell.
How about Arc Warden imitating a hero, like doubling up?
That's also, yeah. That's also true. Go play for time. Feels bad, man. Good luck, boys. I'm always, I always take the side of the ones that are under a disadvantage. So,
yeah. All right, y'all. Everybody in chat, I hope you have prepared yourself because we are now all Wolf Warriors fans. We hope nothing but for the best for them. And now you have this awkward thing because, man, of all the heroes to DC, literally the worst possible one is the Magnus, I think, given the game state. Maybe Drow secondary to that, but like you mentioned, Magnus can also become a carry in his own right. Feels really bad that he's the one that's gone.
He was about 100 gold away from Blink Dagger, right? No? I swear I saw 2.1k gold on him, and now he has 600. Kinda weird. Not sure what.
Maybe he bought out for the treads just before he died.
Yeah, something happened. Maybe I just saw wrong as well. That would make sense as well. Maybe I was clicking on Alchemist.
That's also literally impossible. Literally impossible.
Yeah.
Well, we're back in this now. And Wolf Warriors are just playing for time to try and give one of their compatriots an opportunity to return into the game. That will, of course, mean that they're going to be just trying to spread the map. Unfortunately for them, it all kind of depends on whether the Covenant are kind enough to give them that opportunity to extend things.
Well, I don't really see why they would be. This isn't... it's always cool to be nice and to have this gentleman style of warfare going on, right? But at the same time, like, you're here to win it, and you've already been dominating so hard that most likely it doesn't change things quite a lot. And they also have Lycan, keep in mind, so this hero definitely wants to take some advantage early on. They will try mid to maybe swap into RP. They're setting something up. Let's see.
Here they come. DDX gets the skewer. There's the swap, but they only find Copycat. Should still die nonetheless. No, False Promise is there. Keeping him alive a little while longer. We'll see if they want to re-engage on top of this. Doesn't seem like it. They'll just let him die. It's all good.
It was a nice attempt to TP. I mean, wasn't really. There's no way. But yeah, I think they should have fought that because of Oracle's False Promise. In any case, they didn't have Lycan. He was, I believe, out of mana in the enemy jungle. And there you go. They get a kill. They get a kill with the DC'd guy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
4 versus 5. Shout out to whoever it was that was microing the Magnus. Poor Magnus, look at him. He's just sitting middle. They're just leaving him here until they need the RP again.
Hopefully they move him back so he doesn't feed though.
Looks like M7 is actually playing both the Venge and the Magnus.
Yeah, it definitely looked that way, that he coordinated the shockwave into swap.
DDX. Please come back, brother. The team needs you right now.
That should help.
Dire's top tower.
And indeed, it is the Venge. I see it is the Venge microwave. They might still just kill this Magnus. But you just feel so bad. You can see the way that the Covenant is playing, that they just feel really like bad for them. That they don't want to exert full effort into dealing with them anymore.
Well, the Magnus also had 16 wand charges, and there's a lion behind him. That might have played a bit. He's dead now, though. Should be dead now.
Gets the RP. Back towards the tier 1 tower. For now, he's still okay. Lycan, though, doesn't feel any qualms about dealing with the Undying. As poor boy gets sent back to the fountain to yet again explore the functions of death.
They had lift mid. They also had spell steal against Mag. But maybe that RP caught them off guard a little bit. in any case,
Dude, I'm telling you, these guys nice guys. They don't wanna hurt them too much.
Okay, sure. I'll go with that narrative. They're so nice. These guys are the best, I swear. They're gonna end the game without any more kills, you know, just push. You don't wanna rub it in. Unfortunately, they aren't really microing the Magnus. Like, he is just AFKing, you know, and this isn't necessarily what you want to be doing with a DC'd hero on the other side. Like, at least he could empower himself and farm some neutrals.
Oh, middle.
Mid lane bench.
M7 just gonna get his legs eaten alive. Unfortunately for him, we are now at max out summon wolves with the alpha wolf. So yeah, if you see some wolves on top of you, you're dead.
Yeah. There's not really a lot that they can do against these wolves. Like, most of these heroes are just gonna fall. Now there's a stun on Rubik as well. 255 damage plus some arcane supremacy on top of that.
Captain Stalker did walk past an observer ward. Zed thinking about perhaps jumping him, but they're gonna be a bit more disciplined. Just look towards the tier 1 tower middle. M7 is now underneath an observer ward, but they aren't gonna dive him just yet.
Ah, they're coming.
They
Lycan
might
is diving.
now though, because now that the dive is coming from the Lycan, multi-shot is gone as well, so this should be a very straightforward kill onto all of these heroes. 1 down, 2 down, and make that a 3rd, because the Drow Ranger is certainly gonna die. And now the tier 1 tower will follow up. Alright, so they weren't just being nice, they were waiting for Lycan. He's the ruthless one in the team. Being like, guys, what are we doing? Let's just kill them and take their buildings.
Well, he is playing Lycan. He kinda needs to be, right? Like, cutthroat. Makes sense.
Yep.
He also has a full harpoon flying out. And with that full harpoon, these kills are going to become even easier. Just to catch them from a little bit further away. Alchemist, of course, has a blink dagger. This game is basically over already. 14k advantage. They just need to push their advantage at this point.
Well, for Wolf Warriors, at the very least, this game did not go as quickly as the Enigma series did. Despite, even when they were losing, they were still putting up somewhat of a fight. But external circumstances have dictated that this loss is going to be suffered. The only question is, how will the Covenant get there? As they're just stealing some ancient stacks, pressuring 3 lanes all at once, and taking away all the aspects that they can use to farm for Wolf Warriors. Captain Stalker is about to die now as well. They blink forward with Wukong to the back edge, looking for the Drow Ranger. The stun was there despite the gust connecting, and that should lead to the death of the poor Drow. Nothing can be accomplished there. DDX, RP, that's going to be there onto 2 heroes. Unfortunately, there's just no follow-up. It's an ultra kill for Zed, and this game is over.
Yep, Undying, still in the base. I'm not sure if he was just microing someone or if he's AFK or if he forgot that he had a Seasonless Dirge innate, but in any case, he's chilling. Like you said, game feels and is very much over.
Tier 2 gonna fall. Obviously, we can't get this blink dagger on the mag. This Drow is never gonna have any items in the game. What can you do?
Yep. Well, 4v5. You can chuck it up to that. The only reason they're continuing to play is to buy themselves some time. Like you said, they need more time for whoever it is that's gonna play, for him to come online.
Oh, jump bottom. Doesn't seem like they're gonna be afforded that time because Wukong finds a 2-hero kill. Acid spray on both with the stun. Tier 3 tower gonna fall. And they don't have RP for 45 seconds. So should be a lane of racks as well, let alone 2, and maybe even a kill onto the Drow Ranger. They bring her back with the harpoon. Lycan wanting to flex his teeth a little bit, bearing them at the Drow Ranger. Magnus will try to help. DDX dragging him towards the tier 3 tower. It looked promising, but unfortunately Lycan is not diving alone. Zed comes in to help him. They bring down the offending heroes. They TP out the Lycan. Oh man, 1 second fast on the TP on Captain Stalker and they could have brought him down.
Yeah, if Storm Spirit didn't come and help, he's definitely dead there. But unfortunately for Wolf Warriors, that isn't the case. They do have players that can follow up. And yeah, this game is done. Oracle is still here with the ulti. There's a Rubik with the mech, Solar Crest. I mean, it doesn't really matter what they have. They have 5 players and the enemy team has only 4. So usually it's not that simple to win against.
Is it 4 or 3, Fab? Because DDX is not the only one that's sitting in the fountain unmoving at the moment.
Well, I wasn't sure why Undying was AFK. I thought that he was just trying to use the Magnus. But I really think what's happening here is he's AFK because he knows they're just buying time. Rubik? Rubik?
Rubik? Okay, that's gonna be a kill.
Easy clap.
DDX gets some gold out of that one. Okay, okay. Might not mean much because here comes a Lycan coming in on the back line. He does get hexed though, skewered towards the fountain, but not close enough, and the RP misses as well. He will end up getting a quick kill onto the Lion. Zet zipping for the Drow. Should be able to find him. It's a double for the Lycan. And unfortunately, the Wolf Warriors are just getting eaten alive by the original Wolf off the side of the Covenant.
Yeah, very nice attempt to skewer into the base and RP, but probably got lost a little bit microing himself and the Venge. Yeah. In any case, a valiant effort by Wolf Warriors to try and continue playing this game, but in the end they were just buying time for one of their players to reconnect. Hopefully that happens for game number 2.
Yeah. This game was over the moment we saw that DC happening. Wait. Oh, draw DC'd. Okay. I hope that's just the game is over DC, not a I'm also suffering with internet and electricity DC.
Well, because they have maybe some more pause time in this game number 1. Maybe this is the play. You DC to waste the remainder of your resuming. Sorry. GG. Okay, I mean, disqualified Radiant for resuming on their own. But seriously, is the Broodmother the way he played Lycan? This game will be a short one because this Brood will take over the map.
Prepare for battle.
Can we actually agree that Hiraeth, at least from what we saw in game 1, is definitely the best player in the lobby?
Well, he definitely played a hero that can have the most impact if unchecked. They were all unchecked, so he had the most impact. Storm did a lot as well. Zet did fine.
Yeah, Zet was also working hard, yeah.
Yeah. But most likely it's one or the other. One of the two.
This is not what I want to see, brother. This is not what I want to see. A pause. Wait. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, we've been here before.
That's not what you want to see, but that's what you're getting.
No. Another disconnect. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. No.
Oh no. 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 Wolf Warriors gang. Really just been a tough series of events. What a weekend for them. And I think as a Dota player, losing is one thing when you know I did my best, I lost, there's something I can work towards. But these kind of losses where there's no information gained, it literally just feels like you wasted your time.
I absolutely agree. And it's also frustrating, you know, you enter the Dotes, you want to play some Dotes, and then you get DC'd and you have to wait, and it just puts you in a bad mood as a player. You're happy, of course, if you manage to reconnect, but in either case, it just feels bad playing. It feels bad when this is happening to you. Oh, we have one reconnect.
Okay. Well, Captain Stalker has been reliable. Hey, okay.
No. Disconnect. No.
They're just toying with our hearts right now, bro.
You were the chosen one.
You were supposed to be the sub, not get subbed.
He was supposed to bring stability to the lobby. Ah, he's back.
He's back. All right. It looks like he also is definitely playing the off lane here. M7 has been relegated to the support role here. Got boots and a blood grenade and some wards, so Captain Stalker certainly is going to be the Visage with the Sepulchre. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm down for these boots, and I want him to get some hooks, but bro, you need to wait for your teammates, and they need this DK probably as well. If you're doing this kind of a play, let's see. Get some deep wards in, maybe on the Pudge. But Puck is already faster, that's kind of insane. And they might just run into DK, actually.
No, they come across DK, and DK is all alone. But, oh, they don't believe. But DK comes back. DK.
He's baiting them
really baiting them in a little bit. M7 is on the low ground. MMDZ is also going to get scouted out. So, nobody wants to be the one that makes the first big move. I mean, I feel like a DK is a tough kill, and you know there's a Pudge on the low ground. You probably don't finish him off before you get hooked.
Yeah, oh, and the first hook.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
they
unfortunately
really wanted that kill.
Yeah, unfortunately he's got boots, by the way. So this Pudge has one more hook in store, and that's it. Like, he has no mana regen. Needs to
really
go base
kill.
most likely after. Yep.
Oh, Lina even leveled up LSA. They were so convinced that the hook was gonna land.
The battle begins.
Oh, she might get the rune because of that, right? Oh, never mind.
She misses on the rune. Does get the LSA out onto Windtouch. With the Soul Assumption being there, they bring a lot of his HP low. M7 looking for the hook angle. No, he misses the second hook. Captain Stalker, though, still looking for that last Soul Assumption. Is it enough damage? No. A little bit of a stick charge. That keeps Windtouch alive. And as you mentioned, M7, no mana remaining, so cannot hook him to death.
Yep. He's going to have one more. He will get that regen. So, one more hook. One more chance. And honestly, this isn't that bad because Ogre has no HP left. So he can't really contest them. So at least this first wave should be fine for the Visage. Ogre has to be careful. They do have a hook now. He's half HP.
Speaking of half HP, so is the Lina. They actually might go for a play bottom onto the Pudge now. Self-stun onto the Alchemist. This lane middle should just be fine, right? Both of them should farm. Lina eventually can't really be contested that much, but I think the Puck should be able to get to the kind of CS that he desires, right? As long as he phase shifts correctly.
Yeah, let's see. I think Puck should be fine here.
Top lane. Oh, first blood might actually end up happening onto Copycat. This Lion a little bit too far forward, and he's not playing one of his preferred imitation style heroes. Ends up biting him in the ass as he gets sent right back to hell.
Yeah, this level 2 down bot is where we can expect action to happen, because if Ogre, like we said, even gets hooked, it's got that level 2 ignite. A very easy kill on either one of these two. So far, when it comes to last, its top lane is probably the one that is looking the weirdest. Both the Brood and the Dragonite not really last-hitting very well. Same goes for Visage. Meanwhile, Alchemist, Puck, and Lina, the three cores that are doing well.
Obviously, non-negotiable for the Alchemist, and it's going better than it was in
Visage,
game one.
bottom.
In fact, they might just go onto the Visage. Captain Stalker in trouble. There will be the stun, even though there was the salvation hook from M7. It's not enough. The Acid Spray takes the Visage over. It's a big kill for the Alchemist.
Very nicely done by Windtouch and Wukong. What an amazing duo on the bot lane. At the same time, Visage was absolutely out of position, unfortunately, but he will get, because of Pudge and his moves, he'll get a triple wave under the tower, which is nice. Always.
Nice. DK, him and the Vis and the Broodmother starting to farm a little bit better. Brood is outpacing him at the moment, but we're also getting to the point where it's no longer possible to realistically harass this DK. Just gotta let him do his thing. Hireth, And putting a little bit of pressure onto the Shadow Demon here with the Earth Spike, bringing him low. They need the damage. There's going to be a Blood Grenade, a Hex, couple more right clicks. Not enough just yet. Beautiful disruption to halt the aggression of the Broodmother. At the same time, oh my goodness, Copycat almost died, but he gets himself denied by the neutral creeps instead. Really nice play by both supports in the top lane.
Yeah, did I just see a Satyr Banisher kill him with 11 damage, and Puck gets the kill. Solo one.
Yes, you did just see that, but yes, you also just saw a Puck getting a solo kill on Lina mid. That is a disaster for Wolf Warriors. Bottom lane, they might at least be able to bring down Windtouch, but it's an Ogre Magi, very tanky hero, and now they're turning back onto the Pudge, but no, the self-stun, it arrives too soon. So ends up with a kill onto Windtouch. Wukong now, all of a sudden, not feeling too healthy about his prospect. Losing HP to the rot. Here's a big soul assumption coming in from Captain Stalker. They should be able to find the kill. He's channeling the stun, but it's not going to save him because M7 there with the hook, securing the double for the Pudge.
Yeah, this bot lane, if nothing else, is definitely fun. And man, they made some crucial mistakes here by the
Talk about it in a second because top lane, we might have a kill here. Shadow Demon not dead. What a stun by the DK onto this Broodmother. Not enough damage to kill her, but yet again, barely getting away with the skin of his teeth on the Shadow Demon and also denying himself to a Satyr camp. Top lane now, without him
DK
around, they feel like they have the comfort to go back in for the DK. And he's not yet at the unkillable point, so they do manage to bring him down.
Look, they're getting way more than they should be on the top lane. Way, way more. This lane, Lion and Brood, this early on, isn't a pressuring lane. This is, let's survive and get to level 6 on Brood lane. But somehow they are managing to really, really pressure the Dragon Knight and the Shadow Demon.
Mid lane, yes, Lina has managed to catch up in the CS department, but that early death that she suffered solo to the Puck, really going to feel bad as this game scales. I mean, Puck is level 6 now, and she's still waiting for her own 6, so it's time to rotate. Puck can get a rotation, find a kill with the Dream Coil, and still make it back in time for a Power Rune if he wants to, or he can start with the Power Rune instead. Looks like that's going to be the option. As top lane,
up on bot, they're going top.
Twin gate rotation, DK getting himself stunned up. Wukong is here, and with the gang, they are able to bring down the DK. Hirith. First kill of the game as the Broodmother, but certainly not the last. And they'd like to follow this up with the SD kill. Playing carefully enough, though, that I think he should be fine. Yeah, he's got boots, he's okay.
Yeah, they are committing quite a lot on top, and Pudge is rotating. Maybe this is a defense that can be made. Nice little chunky.
Gets the hook onto Hirith. Unfortunately, no level 6, so can't hold him in front of the tier 1 tower.
Lina, though.
But nonetheless, Lina coming in from the back. Beautiful Earth Spike from Copycat, catching onto 2. They do get the disruption onto the Alchemist, but Lina has not cast any spells. Finally, she does get a Laguna, and they kill the Ogre. But she dies during the Dream Coil. Pudge is going to follow her into the grave. And Shadow Demon, yet again, studying the functions of death. Lina got no spells off except for Laguna Liz. If they found that LSA, even one level 3 Dragon Slave, they should have won that fight easily.
I mean, maybe. They were doomed no matter what, honestly. With some LSA and Dragon Slave, maybe she gets an additional kill, but no matter what, once Puck joins that fight, everything is over. Broodmother probably could have been the juiciest Laguna Blade target, but instead it was used on Ogre. And in the end, I want to hype up Zed. Of course, with the Puck, got that triple Dream Coil. Very nicely done. When it comes to Wolf Warriors, what they can appreciate is Captain Stalker getting some free farm on the bot lane and getting almost level 7. So maybe they can kill this Alchemist pre-6.
They are going to connect with their 2 supports onto Captain Stalker. Unfortunately, though, the Alchemists started retreating just before the move came in. So, some time being wasted. Perhaps they will be able to get Windtouch, but the rest of the team is now a little bit too far away. And they secure the regen rune for the Puck. And I don't know about this one, Might be a little bit too close to these heroes. Should end up dead, but might be able to turn around for some counter kills. Nice little phase shift dodge onto the LSA, and Zed not dead just yet. Nice hook from M7. Not enough rock damage though. 40 HP on the puck. Can they kill him? Here comes Captain Stalker with the familiars. They're looking for Zed. They haven't gotten him just yet. The familiar drops. They don't connect, but they have the right click damage. He's gone. Ogre follows him next. LSA onto Copycat. He can't kill the Lina in time. So it's going to end up being a double kill for the Lina. MMDZ, nice recovery from him. And Shadow Demon, happy to give up his life for the cause if it means 3 kills for his team.
Yeah, absolutely worth it for Wolf Warriors. Good job, Wolf Warriors, finally making a stand and winning a fight. A fight that was a bit awkward from the Covenant and very unnecessary, but in the end, very nicely done by Wolf Warriors. The Dragon Slave, I was worried that that puck is gonna survive. He had a region rune, but MMDZ...
He literally gets saved by the Centaur Conqueror. It held back Hirith. The Broodmother still is making this run. Hook unfortunately misses from N7.
Are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah, that's
attack.
one thing that Lina can do. She can blow up the spiders easily, at least right now. And
Trying to secure this
is-
tier 1 though.
should be doable, right? Like with the Brood coming from top lane.
Is under attack. Dire's middle tower is
Like,
under
in this kind of a game, for Brood, getting a pipe would also be nice early on. But he's going for Orchid. That's also fine. Like you can get some solo pickoffs with it. Oh no!
No, no, no. Oh my god. Lag. Okay, did you say lag? It's just lag. It's just lag. Okay, okay, okay. Just a little bit of lag. Hopefully you just reconnect to the game. Everything gets sorted out, but... Oh no. And things are going a lot better. Yes, they are suffering a 3k net worth deficit, but quite a lot of this is on the Alchemist, at least about 1,000 gold of that spread. So the game is still close-ish. You know, they managed to recover on the Lina a bit. The big recovery was from this Visage, right? Things were going horribly, but they get the additional levels like you mentioned. They found the tier 1. So this is still a very playable game overall for Wolf Warriors.
Oh, absolutely. Much closer game than game number 1. I feel like maybe some super confidence played a part on the when it comes to Covenant and the way they played. Like a couple of these plays were maybe unnecessary and they could have just breezed through the game, but they made it harder for themselves by fighting a bit too much. In any case, yeah, this is a game in which Wolf Warriors, if they play their cards right, can definitely come out as victorious.
Yeah. We still do have some crazy broken heroes in their lineup. Still have this Lina, DK. They will continue to farm, and all they need to do is just keep holding their buildings. Yes, you've lost tier 1s in all but the bottom lane. Yes, they have a Broodmother, but like you mentioned, they have a Lina that can clear out these spiders. You've got a DK as well, and you've got a Visage that can apply pressure on the other side of the map. So you have some time to create some space to make happen. And we're about to get the level 6 on this Pudge. It feels like so many of these kills could have happened if he had access to the Dismember. I feel like that could be a interesting moment for them once they do have that 6 to try and create easier plays on the map.
And what does he need to do? He needs to go and hook one creep, right? Like you hook like a level 5 creep, you're gonna almost get there, if not even completely. Level 6 immediately, so just get that one creep and start making some rotations.
Okay, we did have a reconnect from the Pudge as well as the Visage. So let's just ensure and hope that everything is all good.
I think we are breaking some records already. Not with the length of the games, but because of all the pauses, we are already further in the... Usually at this point, Series 1 would be over. Like yesterday, Series 1 was already done. But because of all the pauses, even though it's been 30 minutes of gameplay, we went further than when Nigma was playing.
I mean, our average break time in between the series has been 2.5 hours. We're already at 2 hours, 20 minutes before the next series, so very far along. As we are now unpaused, We are back. The Wolf Warrior crew is here. And we are just hoping that they don't suffer any issues. And as we mentioned, once you get the level 6 on the Pudge, it's time to make a move. They smoke up. And they have an Observer Ward that just scouted both Puck and the Lion. So this is a great opportunity for them. Illusory Orb thrown forward. Is he going to join to it? No, he doesn't. He's so vulnerable right now. M7 throws in the hook. It misses. No connection on the Puck.
Yeah, nice little dodge by Zet. It wasn't really an easy hook to connect with anyway. He was more or less under vision. And if you're Radiant, fighting right now would probably not be the best idea, but DK just TP'd away, so maybe it is. Never mind. Take that back.
They're thinking about it. Captain Stalker reaching forward with some... Oh, they found him. They got the Puck. They get him. They do overlay their stuns a little bit, but it's not going to matter. They still manage to blow Zed up 100-0. We'll see if they want to keep pursuing this fight. Hereth flees to the north. Windtouch trying to flee to the south. MMDZ doesn't want to let this one go, but doesn't have the necessary catch. Going to be forced into it. Top lane. Broodmother now turning her attention towards the Visage, but scary place for her to be. She's going to have to vacate this area fairly shortly.
Well, he can continue farming as long as he doesn't get hooked,
Radiant's middle tower is
which
under
should
attack.
be difficult to accomplish next to all the broodlings, right? As long as he doesn't get hooked, he can continue farming this area of the map. An attempt was made by N7. Didn't really
Radiant's
complete it.
bottom tower is under attack.
Elsewhere on the map, somebody's not going to be so lucky. As M7, they come back on top of him. They want this kill. M7 is super tanky, however, and actually ends up being able to bring this Broodmother really low, and they bring her down. Hook into the Soul Assumption leads to her death, even though M7 takes out afterwards. In the meantime, though, here in the river, Shadow Demon and Lina are going onto this Lion, and they get the Lion, sure, but it costs the life of the Lina as well.
Yeah, there's a why did Pudge survive? It's kind of interesting. He's level 7. He only has level 2 meat hook. He has level 1 meat shield. And that's the only reason why he survived. That Brood, usually when you're playing and you're playing against the Pudge, you know that he has meat hook maxed out. He doesn't have meat shield. Most supports go even like 4-2-0 or 4-3-0 even. But because of that one level of meat shield, the Spiderlings did 0 damage. So, Brood did not... He was like, why am I dealing no damage? What's happening here? Why is this guy still alive?
Mid lane, speaking of why they're still alive, Puck, they would have loved to find this kill. Sadly, doesn't happen for them. Wolf Warriors, though, do get a hook out from the Pudge. They get this Ogre Magi within the river. DK also making the rap play here, coming from the high ground, able to get the kill. At the same time, Zed goes in, assassinates the Shadow Demon. DK, hexed up by a Copycat, really wants to find us any target that he can go on. Not going to be able to do so. M7 gets his hook dodged by a Copycat. So it'll just be support for support here in the river.
Yeah, Broodmother meanwhile taking down everything on top lane, going towards the tier 3. Almost has that Orchid in about 100 gold. Once she gets the Orchid, the top lane should be a bit more difficult, but honestly this game is like much closer than it could have been, and it might warrant a smoke from the Covenant, maybe some smoke play to try and get the ball rolling top lane.
Well, they don't need a smoke to just run onto the Lina, but unfortunately the Lina is not alone this time around. Not only do you die, you give the kill to the target that you came for, and like you said, just overplaying a little bit, because look how far away everybody else is, and look how little vision they have of where Wolf Warriors are at the moment.
I absolutely witnessed this a lot of times in the past. One team wins comfortably game number 1, and then they get too overconfident, and that's exactly what's happening at the moment. Like they're trying to make the plays where there isn't a play to be made. And they're getting punished for it, like especially Brood. She was 50 gold away from Orchid. She goes for the Lina kill. It's almost... it isn't an impossible kill, but it's a very difficult one. MMDZ has travels already.
Travels, Aetherlands. Hirith is actually back in position. They could kill him again. LSA will come down. They catch him. No mana for the Laguna, and it's also still on cooldown.
Maybe a hook?
Hook?
Oh.
Oof. That was so close.
Dire are scanning.
Well. Lizard, I think we have a game on our hands, fam.
Yeah, definitely the closest game of the tournament so far, of the full qualifiers that we've had here. You know, it's not only the reasons are multiple, not only because of Broodmother kind of being a giant piñata on the top lane. It's also the fact that Dragonite is just a very strong hero at the moment. Alchemist is in though, he wants to party.
Oh, he wanted to find somebody. Unfortunately, he's gonna get himself hooked after he has his stun blow up in his very face, and the Laguna Blade brings him down. That is not what he wanted. Blood Grenade slowing down Windtouch. He should end up dead as well. Look at the Dragon Slave damage, man. Holy base, Lina. With the level 10 talent, maxed out Slave, making sure that these heroes know who they're messing with. They even find a hook onto Copycat. M7 is leveling up out here. Soul Assumption brings him near death. He's trying to run away, but unfortunately they pop the drums. Nice little blink over the crevice. Can he get away? Yes, he can. Just barely TPing out.
And hits them with voice line as well. Well deserved. There was a moment that TP was slow. I believe the stun could have been there, but okay. In any case, Broodmother is still around and about on top lane. Never mind, she will leave this time around. And this time around, I feel like she should have stayed, because this is like a best backstabbing opportunity to defend the tier 1 on top.
Top lane. We do have this Puck starting things off. A stun being channeled by the Alchemist. Gets in on top of the Visage. Do they have the chain disabled? Yes, they do. Burst them away with the Finger of Death. They also catch in onto ZX. So the function of death is gone. Visage is gone. And Wolf Warriors realizing that despite a couple of good fights, if they go headlong into Covenant underneath the tier 1 tower, this team is still very scary at the moment.
Yeah, it all depends on who gets gone on first, and if you get the hook off or not. Which, these hooks are becoming easier, of course. He has Aetherlance already. He's going for that shard next. So, gotta be very careful how you approach it, and keep in mind that they have no utility on the Covenant. Like, there is nothing, literally no saves. When you go in, you just go in to kill, and that's it. Your supports don't have Glimmers, Solar Crest, your offlane has an Orchid going for straight Bloodthorn afterwards. Yeah, it's that kind of a gameplay, basically.
Means that it's just going to be entertainment for us. As Puck gets silenced. Puck is about to die. This should be a straightforward kill onto Zed, and indeed it is. Captain Stalker also has an Orchid, so he's able to leverage it onto the Puck. And you were talking about no utility. She has no Linkens, no Yule Scepter, no nothing.
Yep. Puck already played into the Orchid, so he definitely knew about it. The Orchid has been there for quite some time. He just didn't see the Visage that caught from the nighttime vision. Nicely done by Captain Stalker, of course. This Visage, he is going for Aghanims next. To fly across the map, you know, get some pickoffs. It's an item that can work. It's usually a bait, not the item that you want to go for when you're playing offlane, but into the Brood it might help you catch her through the trees.
Lina also has an Aghanim Scepter now, and Lina, you know, at one point she got solo killed middle by Zed, but now here she is, number 2 on the net worth charts.
Absolutely, damn, like she's big. Eventually this hero as well, like I was praising Dragonite, but Lina is also Omega busted at the moment. Yeah. She can blow anyone up, especially now with the Aghanims, so...
We were talking about how the Covenant might need to smoke, and they have taken that advice on hand, and here they come. They're channeling a stun. Captain Stalker is the target. They get on top of him. They should be able to kill him. Dreamcoil onto both him and the Pudge as well. They do kill one. The second one goes down. MMDZ misses with the Laguna Blade, but... Oh, with the LSA, excuse me, but gets the Laguna with the Dragon Slave. 2 have still fallen. All of a sudden, Wukong very far forward in the fight. He's been held in position. Nice little dismember from the Pudge. What a buyback from M7. Helps them turn this fight around. It's a 3-for-2 affair now. And they still want to chase for more.
This game might be over. Puck is in. I mean, of course, I say it in a funny way, but that
what a hook! What a hook from M7. Not enough damage though. They didn't get the full range. Dragon Slave doesn't connect properly.
Maybe
but still, Zed being forced home. Another hook is ready. It's available. Unfortunately, he's silenced now, though, so can't deploy the spell. Gonna get killed off by the spider instead.
When I say this game might be over, I mean it might be over for us because we're gonna be here for another 2 hours watching this. How do I know? The moment I saw the Brood actually attempting to attack Dragonite in that last fight, that was very funny. Like, I don't think it's ever an option in this game. But they over-committed, they went a bit too far, they lose the Pudge in the end. Although that's a big victory for Wolf Warriors. And they have an invis on Lina. This could be a... never mind, Puck goes through the portal down bottom. Maybe she can still find the Alchemist even, yeah.
If she went left, she would have found him. But at the same time, there are a lot of heroes in front of her. Let's see, no one's carrying a gem, there's no sentries on the ground. This is a very careful moment, given how this game has been going. You know, I'd also be very scared to make a move right now. But she's gonna go for it. There we go. Lion eviscerated, and this is good because this happened just as the team is TPing in, so they have the positioning around the Roshan pit.
Yeah, they can go straight into the pit. Absolutely no reason not to. They can de-ward and go. Visage is also connecting. The only thing that Radiant can do is they can maybe go top. Yeah. But Lina with travels can defend it, and it looks like she might even kill the Brood. Let's see. No Laguna, of course, so...
Alchemist channeling a stun. He's gonna self-stun. In the meantime, Roshan is being taken. I actually can't believe what I'm seeing. This Lina just able to solo defend the base and they can do nothing about it.
Well, they can defend Rosh now, maybe. Or fight around it, because Lina does not have a TP.
Roshan will fall. DK picks it up. They're fighting underneath, yo. Losing the Shadow Demon very quickly. Dream Coil onto absolutely everybody. But look at the DK. Going ham, almost killing the Spider here, but the Broodmother will live. The double kill for Zed as he eviscerated Captain Stalker. Now Earthspike immediately onto the DK. They should be able to kill him. He'll armor toggle for all he's worth, but what he's worth right now is nothing. Triple kill for Zed. A massive fight for the side of the Covenant, and an Aegis taken away from Wolf Warriors.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate for Wolf Warriors, because this game, if they get that Aegis just comfortably, if they take that Aegis, there's a chance in which, no matter if you're outclassed, no matter if you have like 2000 MMR less, there's a chance that you just go. Zed, by the way, let's see.
Okay, getting forward. He did see the Lina. There's gonna be a hook out onto Copycat. Nice little stun though, bailing him out of trouble from Wukong. M7 does have another hook in 4 seconds, so they do need to watch themselves. But the tier 1 tower is already been gone.
Nah, they can't. They're gonna go back. But yeah, for Wolf Warriors, there was a shot, there was a chance in which their team, just because this becomes this unstoppable snowball, and I think they missed it. I think it's no longer the case. Especially with DK not going BKB.
I was literally about to ask you about that. Like, why would you go Silver Edge first instead of BKB in this game?
I don't know. He just decided that he wants to go for it, so it is what it is.
We need a lot more time before he feels ready to fight. What's coming on the courier here? So he is going to just finish the fourth Shadow Blade. Alright, I at least stop at the Shadow Blade and then go BKB. I feel like if he had BKB in that last fight, like imagine in the pit if he had BKB there, it would have been crazy.
Absolutely. Imagine if he had Lina as well, that would be even better. But honestly, from Covenant, that was a really nice macro play. You go push top, you force one TP, and then you go back into the pit. I didn't expect them to do that play as fast as they did. But yeah, nicely done by them. Overall, when it comes to items, we've got some new things happening, like the Shadow Blade, of course, as you mentioned. Aghanim's almost completed on Visage as well. Those are the bigger ones, I would say.
We also have a Lincoln Sphere on the Broodmother, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for her to get easily killed while she's pushing the top lane.
Yeah, can't just Laguna burst her, right? Yeah. That's one of the things. Also, Dismember becomes much harder for Pudge to to use.
$9,000 gold in favor of the Covenant. However, Gaben claims that there's still a 44% chance for Wolf Warriors. Trending in their direction, in fact. So we shall see how they play. They don't have an Aegis to worry about, but they do have a BKB complete now on the Lina. That's going to be a big ticket item for the next fight.
Yeah. How do they kill her, right? Like Alchemist jumping her isn't really that big of an issue without a Basher. He will have an AC for the next fight, though. Oh, AC on him, Bloodthorn. Actually, a Nullifier being purchased by the Brood next. Just wants raw damage.
Shadow Demon gets a disruption out onto the park, but surrounded by Radiant heroes, should end up dead. They also get the kill immediately onto the Broodmother. Dismember gets blocked by the Lincoln Sphere as there's a Hex out onto the Lina, but now she pops the PKB. Between that Laguna Blade and some Dragon Slaves, she already has a kill. She's searching for more. LSA connect onto the Ogre, but they want easier targets on the backline of the fight. Earth Spike will be there from Lion. The flapping of the DK finally gets the vision out. Nice little dodge on the Dragon Tail there. And MMDZ playing a little bit scared here, but because he doesn't have the vision of where the puck is at. If he knows where puck is, he can play a lot more aggressively. Now he knows, but unfortunately, this knowledge will come at the cost of the Pudge's life.
Yeah, there's a Dragonite still flying about, around and about, but he's scouted by the Sentry and the Ward. Gotta be careful not to get gone on. By the way, keep in mind that that was 5 versus 4, right? Like, that whole fight, whole engagement was without Alchemist. He was just chilling, farming. He has his AC completed, going for the next item now. But that Laguna Blade, by the way, looked very silly. On the Brood, she lost the Lincolns to Dismember, and then Laguna just destroyed all the Broodlings around her. and the Brood, of course, as well.
Look how much damage she did. She did 3,500 damage, just the Lina by herself. It's crazy. What a hero. The scary part for me about that fight is that there wasn't even a good fight for the Lina. Like, she got disabled at the beginning, she didn't get the BKB off in time, she missed an LSA, missed a Dragon Slave, and still was able to do so much.
Yep, absolutely balanced hero. Bot lane, they are going in.
Yeah, but it's the DK as the first target, not really the guy you want to go on. Shadow Demon, though, you'll very happily take that kill. They'll even finger him to get to the 8 stack for the Lion right now. Tier 2 tower should fall quite easily.
Well, on paper, if they went on DK with vision, if they actually had detection, he's dead. Like, they could have taken him down. Because it's 5 heroes, right? Like, they definitely have enough burst. He has no BKB yet. But unfortunately for them, no detection. Invincibility is invincibility.
I was literally thinking the same thing.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, DK himself is not that far from BKB, just needs to have the recipe right now. And MMDZ going for the E-Blade, so the train, or there's no brakes on the damage train of this Lina. She's just gonna try and burst everybody she can. Mid lane, oh, be careful. They have some crazy jump as Zed is happy to demonstrate, leaping onto the high ground. Top lane, they're actually TPing back. MMDZ gonna steal a wisdom. He needs to get out though. If he can get out, this is pretty good. Nice. He draws some TPs back, him and the DK. They get out and they steal the wisdom. Nice.
Very nicely done. What wisdom was that? Minute 28, right?
Yeah, 28 minutes, yeah. Because they've been on this side of the map for so long for Covenant.
Yeah, they just didn't go for it. I get it, yeah. There are some big items, by the way. Parasma being picked up by Puck in about 1,000 gold. And so far, he's been a big difference maker. And this is a problem that I find with Visage's Aghanims. Like, you invested so much gold. You need to utilize it now.
Oh, move forward. Look at this. Hiraeth, one Lincoln. Oh my god.
Nicely done. Yeah. E-Blade.
Oh my god. Alright.
Very nicely done by the Pudge. The Blink Dagger, Aether Lance. He has just so much range to blink and follow a target through.
Dude, I should not be allowed to do 2,600 damage with, what, 2 clicks? That feels a bit, but that feels nah, bro. Nah. Ice Frog, you need to get involved, bro.
Keep in mind that that's only because that's not a lot, and that's not a lot because Brood was alone. Imagine if there were multiple heroes around her for that combustion damage to also play a part. That's where it becomes even stupider.
Yes. 2,600 is not stupid. That's what's crazy. Other heroes, you're like, oh my god, they're so strong. With Lina, you're like, could be better.
Which is ridiculous, right? Because it truly could be. Once you have heroes around, because the way it works, like combustion isn't only on, like let's say you deal 1,000 damage. If I understand this correctly, because the way I see this hero, everyone dies around her. That's all that happens. And this Brood might die again. Welcome back, Brood.
There is a Visage that they pop their smoke on in the river. So that is popped. So Brood Mother is all alone. No way out of this one. LSA, Laguna, easy kill. 2 offlaners die. But in the meantime, they also end up losing the Lion. DK able to get involved in the fight. So 3v4. Maybe they continue. Puck has come across the DK. Doesn't really want the smoke. Wants to get the hell out of here.
Yep. Luckily for Puck and the boys, Lina TP'd out. She went base, so actually cannot help out. This was a free fight for Wolf Warriors if they wanted to take it. And it might be Roche once again. Let's see. Brood is dead for 30. Lina this time around can join them. She has a TP available.
Yep. I like what she's doing. She's continuing to push out the top side of the map. She knows that when heroes come and they respawn to try and aggress onto her, she has a TP for bottom, and by the time Brood respawns, she'll have BKB as well. So this is a good move. There she goes bottom, making sure that there's no counter engagement. I would like it if the Padre is like sitting outside of this, chilling on the twin gate, you know, ready to scout things out, blink away from trouble, hook people, but they still secure themselves an Aegis and a Roshan's banner for the game.
Easy clap. These heroes of theirs, man, I'm telling you, if this Visage had like Vlad's and Pipe, they could just snowball end this game right now. And they can still do it, even with these items. It's still possible. The game just plays itself at this point.
Imagine how cool it would have been
first.
if they had a bongo boots on the Visage.
I mean, yeah, bongo boots, Pipe, Vlad's. And you play together, like you could just snowball the hell out. Which is still possible, of course.
Lina just picked up a Kaya Sanj, or Kaya Yasha, sorry. And tier 2 tower about to fall. So Wolf Warriors with another 4 minutes remaining to go on this Aegis. All their abilities online. BKBs at the ready. It is the proverbial go time, baby. Well, except for Lina. Lina's leaving. She wants to go solo kill onto the Broodmother back in the base, and she succeeds.
Easy clap.
Oh my god. That does mean that they are playing without the Lina here, so they might decide to fight this. They're going in onto the engagement. Amazing stun from Wukong. They kill off the Visage. There is going to be a hook onto the Alchemist, but unfortunately, that just brings him closer to the Shadow Demon. Both the Shadow Demon and Visage are dead. And DK now losing his Aegis. First life gone away. Surrounded now by 3 heroes of the Covenant. M7 is here. What can they do? He does have a TP, but I don't think that's going to happen. He's attempting it now. He's going for it. He's going to make it. All right. Nicely done by him.
Well, the only reason that actually worked is because of Alchemist. He started he started concocting his unstable brew instead of just hitting. And once he starts doing that, DK realizes very nicely, he realizes that he's gonna have that time to BKB TP, right? Because he has Abyssal. If Alchemist just hits him without using the stun, he can't TP out. But if Alchemist stuns himself, well, then I can TP out.
Yeah.
Very,
Certainly
I mean,
agree with that.
Yeah, overall, not the disaster that usually would happen if DK dies as well, with Lina TPing away. So this game is still, I would say, even though there's 13k advantage, look at that, 13k advantage. But just the nature of the heroes on Wolf Warriors, between the Lina and the DK, is so silly that it's allowing it to look like much closer.
If you look at Gaben, even is predicting 54% chance that Wolf Warriors come away with the W here. And I think the one problem that we've seen, or the one reliable thread, whenever they fight 5v5 and Lina is there, Wolf Warriors win. They've only lost fights when Lina's not around.
Absolutely. And that will stay the same until Puck becomes really big, and he is becoming really big. He's getting level 25. When he gets level 25, he'll have that ability to just jump the Lina.
Lina almost solo killing Wukong. Wow.
A prize.
That was very close. Damn.
Bro. But this is so silly. That's actually sillier about all of this. We've been so worried about the Lina damage. But our boy DK is quietly getting to that point. We have Daedalus, SNY, Armlet, with Silver Edge coming soon. This man is going to start hitting like an absolute unit.
Absolutely. Even if you make all the wrong turns in the game of Dota, as long as you have the correct guide activated, you will end up buying the BKB. Ah, damn it. And after the BKB, the Daedalus, of course, as well. All jokes aside, no, Dragonite is becoming massive.
Mid lane,
nice recovery by
they're gonna
him.
go try to kill the spider here. They almost went back in onto the Lina. They found the chain disable, and with the right clicks of the Alchemist, they bring her down. She buys back, but they've already lost now this Visage. DK, let's see if he can stand his ground. BKB active, able to kill off Lion, but not the rest of them. Puck doing way too much damage with this Parasma Octarine core, dripping through Wolf Warriors, getting a triple kill, forcing a buyback which achieves nothing for the Wolves.
That was also the double damage on the Alchemist. Keep that in mind. Yeah, unfortunately for Wolf Warriors, I don't believe they can hold for much longer, especially unless Lina solo defense, which is possible.
Right. She is alone though against 3 heroes. They don't have blink daggers onto everybody except for the Alchemist. So if you can just keep dragon slaving the Alchemist, this can buy some time. Unfortunately, you've already lost the melee racks.
Is under attack.
Shadow Demon coming forward. Doesn't have a blink dagger though, so they can't reach into the Alk TPing out. MMDZ does not see it, unfortunately.
Ooh, DC from the... No, look, that was supposed to be game right there. That was supposed to be game over if Puck doesn't get solo picked off, but he does get killed off by the Lina, and once again, we actually have a game. Like, it's not gonna end anytime. Oh, it shouldn't end right now, at least. Broodmother has a BKB, by the way. That's also a big difference maker for these upcoming fights. Because so far, what would happen is she'd just get one-shotted and then the fight is 4v5. Zero impact, besides soaking in some spells.
You know, we're talking about like itemization and stuff. I kind of wish, looking at everything, I really kind of wish that the DK had a blink dagger as well. Because if it feels like either it's taking a bit too long for him to get to the fight, but I want him to arrive at the fight before the Lina does. Because if the Lina is there, obviously she's the priority target. Wukong was going to reserve the Abyssal Blade just for her, to try and kill her 100-0 during the BKB duration. But if you can bait out at least one Abyssal onto somebody else, a few seconds away from this BKB, Lina can still be a massive threat here.
Yeah, at this point, his inventory is, I would say, good. If he had Blink Dagger instead of Shadow Blade, sure, that could have been useful, but I think having the Shadow Blade has its uses too. And also keep in mind of the way that the game was going for him to get here. So, yeah, there's just a lot of weird things that did happen when it comes to itemization. Just out of, like, some... I don't know. If we look at the game as a learning experience, like, on the Dragonite, I truly do believe that they needed the BKB earlier. I would change that, right, on him. A much earlier BKB. And I would do the same on Brood. I feel like that BKB was definitely necessary. When it comes to other heroes like the Puck and the Alchemist, nothing really crazy. Even the Ogre with the Midas side, I really didn't mind it. On that side, I think it's all fine. On the other, maybe an earlier shard on Pudge, and a full inventory change of the Visage. When it comes to items, that's what I would do, basically.
I was waiting. I was like, I know how much you love Visage. You haven't mentioned him for a reason, and there we go. That's why.
I mean, honestly, he's... Why I didn't mention him is like there's just a lot of issues. I wasn't like building up to him. There's just like a lot of different heroes that had issues here with the inventory. But on him, drums and tranquils are fine. Not having shard is kind of hard, you know, like hard to play without that. But if Pudge has 250 ping, who can blame them for anything, you know? He's still landing these hooks.
Disappoint you.
And he still manages to hit those hooks. All right. Hopefully the ping goes down while we're waiting for this ogre to try and reconnect. This game, 23. This is the closest 23,000 lead game I've seen in a long time. Normally you get these like crazy leads when you get to the ultra late game, but we still have it right now. I can imagine one fight going really badly for the Covenant, and then all of a sudden, Wolf Warriors are the ones pressuring, trying to use the Roshan's banner in the base. Where is the banner, actually? Speaking of...
It got used mid. During that fight where Lina bought back, they used it. I'm not really sure for what reason, but it got planted on the mid lane.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, maybe they did it to cut the trees, or it was a misclick or something. Sometimes I see it being used just to cut the area and, you know, give some vision, but not sure why it got used there. Ogre is back. Nice.
Okay. Ogre is back. We do not know if the ping stability is back on the side of Wolf Warriors, but they give the okay, the all clear. So we are underway. Lina, look where the Lina went.
It's a nice play, yeah. She might catch Alchemist because of this.
She's going for it.
She has no flame cloak though. She can't fly.
Waiting for 4 seconds. In the meantime, M7 does get the Dismember out onto Hiraeth. They're doing what they can onto this Broodmother. BKB now activated by her. And the TP out, not going to be allowed with the hook. And as soon as the BKB finishes, they're going to try and get this jump. But unfortunately, it's a fresh 9-second BKB. So the duration is a little bit too long for Wolf Warriors.
Yeah, should have just let him TP, you know. Just let... If he TPs BKB for nothing this way, she actually gets a kill, so kind of not bad for Brood, but not great as well. It's a 9-second BKB.
38 minutes into the game. We have 90 seconds until Roshan potentially respawns. DK, little does he know, but he's in a little bit of an unsafe area. But he will back off. He sees some new webs coming out. He's like, nope, let's go home.
Has that BKB, of course, to work with as well. You know, there's one cool thing about Aghanims on Visage this game, and that's Lina with Boots of Travel. Like, even Boots of Travel 2 at this point, I mean, doesn't really matter. But Stalker can scout things. He can literally be the Stalker. Like, he stalks them, and then Lina comes in for the kill. Mid lane. Going in.
Do we have a jump in? They go. It's DK, though. Does have a BKB to throw out. He gets into the Shadow Blade right now. Nullifier on top of him. He doesn't BKB in time. He gets hit with the Abyssal Blade. MMDZ, though, in the background. No, phase shift from the puck. Dodging this massive damage from the Lina. No Pudge, no DK, no buyback for either of them. And now, since they have two lanes where they're up on the high ground, they might be going for the jugular here, Liz. Range Rax will get finished off middle. Alchemist working on the tier 3 tower. He should get this.
Where's the message?
This is only coming back now. He didn't TP.
Yeah. Well, he didn't TP and Dragonite didn't BKB.
Okay.
Lina is now most likely
might be
dead.
going re-engage onto the Lina. She didn't get off a BKB this time around either because she used it prior. She gets saved a little bit for now in the disruption. Unfortunately, once she comes back out without a BKB, her life is forfeit. She ends up dead. Shadow Demon ends up bounced into the base. The Visage also gets bursted by the Brood and the gang. Lion Finger of Death just to end things off. GG, well played. The Covenant get the 2-0, and sadly, we say goodbye to the Wolf Warriors.
Yeah, they also get the longest game of the tournament so far for us, at least.